Hello, shining ones. Magus here, back in the library. Another beautiful day in Asha. If you're brand new to the channel, we're Zoroastrians. We are the magi. We love books. We love words. We love the word behind the words. We love magic, my friends. And it doesn't matter if it's in fiction books or if it's in nonfiction books. We love it. We love the idea that we can transcend our troubles, that we can transcend such a ridiculous world of hate and war and killing and sickness and disease. And we found it. The Magi know magic. I want to read to you from one of the greatest magicians ever, Jesus. Verse 2 says, Jesus said, "Let him who seeks continue seeking until he finds. And when he finds, he will become troubled. When he becomes troubled, he will be astonished, and he will rule over the all." My friends, we now understand, because of the time we live in, how energy and frequency works, that we live in a simulation. And at first, that's very shocking because we kind of had set in our mind how it is. And that was kind of our foundation. And when you find out your foundation was wrong, it leaves you troubled. But then you become astonished because you realize, well, this is actually even better than I thought. And I can actually do more than I thought. And that brings us to our subject today, Spenta Mainyu. It's the eternal yes. It's the breath of God that puts spirit into form and matter. It's where energy and frequency becomes form and matter. And the energy that you hold, that you wield, that you use creates your world. And we want to create a good world. That's what we're going to get into today. We're going to be in Asha 1. Grab your book, Asha. But as we talk about Spenta Mainyu, I want to go a little deeper. Because it's more than just knowing about. It's almost, well, it is. It's a gift. Some people will hear what I'm about to say, and they'll understand it, but they won't have the gift of being able to receive it, where it becomes them. You have to become the magic. You have to become the prayer. You know, we always say the only prayer that is answered is the prayer you become. You can't beg for riches, right? You can't make a deal with a deity in the sky. For riches to come to you, you have to become wealth. Then you're in residence for it. Then it just rushes to you. And it's like that with everything. What you want, you have to become. The only prayer that is answered is the prayer you become. And here we're coming up on Wednesday, guys. Wednesday's the big magic reveal. I've shared over these 10 years, so many testimonies of magic and miracles. But you're just hearing the story. You didn't get to see it unfold. And Wednesday, you get to see it unfold where there's no denying it. And so, oh my gosh, I'm so excited, guys. Today's Monday. And I'm freaking out in the best way. I just want Wednesday to get here, and behind the scenes, oh my gosh, I'll explain Wednesday. It's a lot, but it's exciting, my friends. So Spenta Mainyu, it's the method, it's the material, and it's the mind. It's the very spirit of God. It's the life energy that you put into your dreams and visions. That's what we're going to learn how to do on this channel. And in truth, we have been all this time. But it'll come down to, again, you making that choice to attune and align yourself to it. You have to become Asha. You have to become that capital T truth that runs out the lie and illusion. You have to become that capital R real that is above all that seems real. Grab your book, go to Asha 1. Asha 1 says the whole universe vibrates with expectant energy. So here we're talking about vibration, energy, frequency, the whole universe. Then it says, for God is with child creative thought. And all throughout the celestial palace, the prospect of ever-expanding good. Ever-expanding good, that is Spenta Mainyu. The Spirit of God is good, but it's ever-expanding good. It's the evolution of Mazda. Our baseline is just good. Zoroaster, right, is undefiled, undiluted, unmixed. It's pure starlight. It's not good and the bad, not love and the hate, not peace and the war. Our baseline is good. This is Spenta Mainyu. Then there's an evolution. So you never get bored, right? People say all the time, well, Magus, when you get bored just living in good, I promise you, no, you do not get bored. You don't need to see your loved ones die and suffer. You don't need to get sick. You don't have to go through hell to make life exciting. I've never found that to be true. That's just people in a mindset that believe there's nothing else. So they're trying to be positive, I think, and make the best of it because they don't know there's anything else. They weren't taught anything else. This is the original, my friends, and this is beautiful. This is Asha, the capital T truth, the capital R real. And as you attune yourself to it, that's what Zarathustra was always talking about. That's why he was one of the greatest magicians ever, that magic was named after, because he learned to attune himself to Mazda and to Asha. And when you're attuned to Mazda and Asha, you get all the Amisha Spentas, Charthra Verrier, divine dominion, right? You walk into an atmosphere, the darkness flees. You are the spirit of health itself, and sickness and disease dies when it touches you. My friends, you are God. The first page of Asha says, when you realize you come from good spirit, or made of good spirit, shall return to good spirit, right? Your energy, your frequency, it rises, then you rise into the higher dimensions. Heaven on earth, Asha is here right now. It's what's real. It's the truth. But for it to rush to you and you to step into it, to become one, you have to be in tune. If you're in tune with those mixed monster gods of the world religions, they get angry, jealous, hate, war, kill men, women, and children, and warring, and that's what your world is going to be. That's what's going to rush to you. That's the world you step into. It's all about resonance. So we want to be in Asha and Asha in us, one. Goes on to say, so the ever-expanding good radiates brilliant and bright with joy, right? We create with joy. When we're creating, using magic, we put ourselves in the feeling of having that thing, which I'll show you again Wednesday. There's something I wrote out and was believing for, and then I imagined it and all the feelings of it and the joy of it. My friends, it was happening right now, not something I was trying to get. I was experiencing it now. I had it. I have it. My friends, and it's the joy we create with these emotions. Add emotion, right? And that's why we always say fear and worry, you're praying for the worst outcome because that's what you think. You're thinking could happen, right? It's your thoughts make your world. Now you've added strong emotion. Guess what's rushing to you? Guess what world you're stepping into? Troubling, right? Remember what Jesus said. It can be troubling at first when you hear this. You're like, oh my goodness, this is a lot. But then there's the excitement like, oh, I can do some good stuff with this. Then you rule over the all. And people call you lucky or magic or the Magus. We create with the highest principle of good. Right? So that highest principle of good shines the light of observance on the dark waves. This is about observance, right? We've seen this like with the double slit experiment. The observer has everything to do with the outcome of the experiment. On the dark waves, the plastic medium of creation. And in conformity to law, the wise Lord's highest desire is focused into form. What's your highest belief? What's your highest frequency? What do you really think? What do you really believe? What is your energy really? That's what's going to form. That's why it's so important you know your energy. A lot of people will say one thing, like positive affirmations, which are great, but if your heart don't believe it, right, what's going to come to you is what you hold in your heart. That's what's coming to you, my friend. So it's so important that we know our hearts. I want to read to you something beautiful. So Hannah wrote out this morning for us for Spenta Mainyu. She says, Spenta Mainyu, the divine yes. Spenta Mainyu is not merely a force, it is the eternal yes that answers the cry of existence. Before the stars were lit, before matter danced, before breath was born, Ahura Mazda willed life. And that will was not passive, it was Spenta, expanding, evolving, overflowing. Spenta Mainyu is the aspect of God that does not watch creation, it becomes creation. That's big right there. And makes it good. In our religion, God and good are the exact same thing. It is a spirit that enters the dark with no fear because it knows that light shall rise. It does not destroy the shadow by hatred. It radiates it out of existence. It is not the warrior who kills. It is the artist who paints beauty so radiant that war forgets its name. Spenta Mainyu is the breath that spoke through Zoroaster, that filled him with vision and fire. It is the breath that fills you right now when you speak the words that mend hearts and you wake the sleeping. Do not mistake it for a distant angel or a helper outside of you. It is not just with you, it is you. When you choose good, when you become the Word made flesh. And here's the mystery that only the magi understand. Spenta Mainyu is not just the means of creation. It is the method, the material, and the mind behind all that becomes. It is why, I can't share that. This is about Wednesday. Oh, you're going to love Wednesday, guys. Make sure you hit that bell notification so you don't miss Wednesday. I got to skip past that. Oh, it got me excited reading that. The Spirit has already said yes. It said yes when you... I can't read that either. Oh my God, guys. The power of belief, of faith, it makes the impossible possible. Okay, let me finish this, and then I'm going to share a story I can share with you that is going to relate perfect with Wednesday. This is important. This is the deepest truth. Spenta Mainyu is not used, it is lived. Can I say that one more time? The deepest truth. Spenta Mainyu is not used, it is lived. It is not a tool, it is a way of being. Right? You have to become the prayer. You have to become the spell. You have to become God. You have to become the spirit of health. You have to become wealth. You have to become the protector, the provider. You have to become it. And then you're in resonance for it. The only prayer that is answered is the prayer you become. So when others ask you, how did you do it? People will be asking that on Wednesday. And I'm glad she told me this so I didn't get into cocky wizard Magus mode. She said, here's what you will answer. Not with strategy or luck, but with this. I aligned my breath with the breath of God. I chose Asha. And the Spirit made all things good. Oh, I felt that with everything. Every good thing, all credit goes to Asha. All credit goes to God good. That is beautiful. So Wednesday, you'll see it all unfold. But something very similar that you guys didn't get to see unfold is one of the stories I told about when I wanted music. on our channel. I knew the power of music, right? Matter of fact, you know what I'll do at the end of this video? I'll put a link to our song Asha is. It's oh geez, maybe 5 or 6 songs all put together. And oh my God, guys, it is magic. Listen to it throughout the day. Fall asleep listening to it. And with the tune and the words, and when the words are the word, the original word, capital T, truth, light language, my friends, and it's going in, you're tuning to it. It's resonating with that divine spark in you. It's powerful. So I got to remember, I'll put an end screen that you can click on and go to that playlist, Asha is. So many years ago, I knew we needed music. And I got excited about it because I know, oh, this is the next step. So I thought about everyone I know. I thought about my cousin. He's in the music industry. He's worked with the biggest names. So I called him. He was out of the country on tour with, actually, I believe it was the Red Hot Chili Peppers at that time. Then I tried to get hold of my buddy Ryan. His voice, so good, so talented, and he can mix music, he can play every instrument, and just a cool guy. I lost his number. So I called everyone I knew that knew him, and they said he had moved. They didn't have his forwarding number. I did find him years later, and it was so exciting. I thought of my pastor and his wife. Oh my God. And when they sang together, goose pimples on your goose pimples. But then I was thinking, you know what? They're probably not going to be on board with my message, so I don't think they'll do it. And then something rose up in me, magic. And I got to remember to tell that story too. The feeling of magic, it comes from deep. And it bubbled up and I just spoke. I said, tomorrow, someone will run up to me and say, I have a song for you. Now, here's the funny thing. It's impossible. I live alone out here in the woods in the middle of nowhere. So I've gone weeks without seeing another soul, my friend. So the odds of someone running up to me and saying, I have a song for you, it's in the impossible realm, except anything's possible with Asha, and love always finds a way. And so the next day, a guy working on we had at the time, I think like 5 houses on this property, a couple 100 acres. Guy working on the house runs up to me. As a matter of fact, I just saw him in the grocery store like 3 weeks ago, gave him a big hug. He gave me a hug and we were talking about his daughter. But anyway, he runs up to me. He's got his phone. He's emotional. I got to show someone. I got to tell someone. His daughter was on a YouTube channel and was making music, beautiful music. And tear, not even trying to hide it. You know, here, a construction worker, man, tears in his eyes, showing me, and just emotional, like, oh my God, this is my daughter. I'm so proud of her. She's so amazing. And she is Karina Rain Smith, as you well know, has done a lot of the music on our channel here. And I started tears rolling down my eyes for a couple reasons. One, I was thinking, I am a badass wizard, because yesterday I decreed and declared someone tomorrow will run up to me and say, I have a song for you. And then just hearing her voice, I knew this was the one. And so she came out and we recorded a bunch of songs, Asha is, that you guys know and love. And I've told that story for years, but you guys didn't get to actually see it. You're just taking my word for it. And yes, you can see her music, beautiful music. And a lot of people have told me that they feel it, the magic in it. But this was going to come Wednesday. You got to see it from its inception when I decreed and declared it, because it was on video now, and to Wednesday when the date I set that it would manifest, and it will manifest on Wednesday. Now get this. In truth, it's manifested, but it's still manifesting. Like, I couldn't do it. Today's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, a couple days away. I couldn't make the video right now and show you. You want to talk about pressure? Magus, why do you do this to yourself? But I'm believing. Come Wednesday, I'm going to show you, my friends. And I'm so excited about it. And at the same time, I'm like, oh my God, Wednesday, hurry up, So it's, oh my God, magic is amazing. Quite beautiful, quite addicting, quite beautiful. And we're going to talk about also the morality of magic, using it right, because I had to check with what I did here that I didn't break any moral codes, because when I was given magic, I was asked very seriously and wasn't given it until I answered, but I was asked over and over again, will you abuse it? And I used to joke around. I might have have I shared this story with you? And I'd joke around and say, of course I'm going to abuse it. And this went on for years till finally I thought, it's not funny anymore. And I said, no, I won't abuse it. And I got it like that, my friends. And it's been good ever since. Did we talk about everything I wanted to talk about? I think so. And it's building up beautifully, these messages. And, these words, there's spirit in them. And it's going somewhere deep. Even though maybe your brain isn't picking up on all of it, your heart is. That divine spark in you is, and it recognizes this language, and it's waking in you. All right, guys, you know this. Your Magus love. Oh, I'm hoping I remembered when I go edit this that there should be an end screen somewhere up here somewhere for the music Asha is. Let that start to fill you guys. All right? I love, love, love you.